Okay, so this is a serious video and I'll try to get my points as clearly as possible without beating about the bush. So having bad parents is having a good parent and versus bad parents makes the difference between growing up to be a sane person, a sane adult, and growing up to be someone who lacks self-esteem and is overall completely lost in life. And if you think that there is something wrong with your parents' behavior and their behaviors are affecting your mental health, and overall you think that you didn't have the childhood that other people had, then that's a good thing. Why? Because the first step to eradicating an evil is to realize that there is an evil in the first place. It means that you're really introspecting and getting to know what's supposed to be what in life. And if someone doesn't realize this, then the chain will keep going. Like if someone had a bad childhood or shitty parents, then they were bound to, if they don't realize that there is an evil, there's not something okay with it, then the chain will continue and they will grow up to be the same like their parents. And if you find yourself in this situation, then the first step to overcoming it is to really communicate. Your parents are humans too. They too are motivated by fear. Their actions are influenced by what they hope to get from life. Who would want their children to be miserable in life? So you have to really tell them what their behaviors are, how their behaviors are affecting you, and how it would play out in the long run, your future that is. Try to rationalize with them. If the situation is far worse and you have that kind of relationship with your parents that you barely even talk, and even if you talk, it's because of some petty argument. If you think deeply, you will realize that there is a backstory behind their past of their shortcomings as parents. The chances are that they too had a childhood like you, and either they didn't have the time to really think and reflect over their behaviors, or they do want to change but they don't know how to start. If you somehow find out about their story, about their past and history, you really gain this empathy for them, because no person is born evil. They too have a story of their own. If you fix your relationship with just communicating, then that's great. But if you haven't or you can't, then the best thing you can do is just to understand their situation, have some empathy, and then overcome that situation. As I said, if you play the victim card, the chain will just continue, and you will cause that same kind of misery on your children if you don't break the chain. I really believe that the change starts from oneself. If you have understood their story and know the causes of why they are so sour, so negligent of their parenting, then you have the problem, and what's left is for you to find a solution. Try to think yourself as this hero who's been put on this earth for the sole purpose of just overcoming this obstacle. That would be like the real life equivalent of saying, I've beat this mission. That would be your message to the world. Like, hey, I know you've put this burden on my back, and despite my parents' shortcomings and neglect, and despite what's lacking in me, I'm gonna overcome this all. So that was all for today. I hope you've gained something from this. I'll see you in the next video. Peace.